Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the show. I'm very sorry about the late start. I am having technical difficulties, but we're going to run with it and see how it goes. Welcome to the Fallen Fett Chronicles. I'm the one and only Fallen Fett. We're going to jump right in today, like I said, because of the difficulties, and we're going to try and make this work and make it last and see what happens. So joining me, the man needs no introduction whatsoever. You all know who this is from all around all the other shows and out there in the universe. I got the one and only, the Chambas here.
G'day, guys.
How's it going, Chamba? How are you?
Pretty good. Not bad, not bad. It's still pretty early in the morning, so I'm just trying to get my start, I suppose.
Well, thank you for being here. I
yeah,
like
no problem.
Your front row right there.
I figured, we're talking Transformers. I may as well have some Transformers out here.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Yeah. And speaking of, we're going to talk Transformers, you and I, and of course I had to invite Drew over, the Toy Box of Doom, because he's another huge Transformer head like ourselves.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going? How are you?
I'm great, man. It's good to be here. Good to see you guys.
It seems better on my end so far, so that's good. Your guys' are now matching with your voices, so
that's good.
That's awesome. So we're gonna go from there.
Awesome.
Yeah, on this episode, man, we had some. I know me and Chamba are going back and forth. I can't jump in that much into the Discord, but man, as soon as we heard news of Jetfire, I was like, Chamba, look.
Yeah, I know. And that one looks good too.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that and show it off in here and like that. But let me check in with the Federation real quick, and then we'll get going. Sound like a plan, you guys?
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. If you're new here, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all so you don't miss when the Fallen Fett Chronicles is on. I'm on Wednesday nights at 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays for How We Do Disney with my wife, Evil Diva, for all your Disney news. Today, we're going to get into Transformer news, so go let your friends know. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to get right into it. I want to check in, say what's up with everybody. So if you're here, right there where it says say something, say hello, hola, what's up? You are now part of the Federation, and let's get to it. You know what? Do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up and go share on your stories right now that we're live. That really helps me out. So first up, we got the Wrestling Hound. Woo! Darth Gutierrez is here. Donald's in the house. Mike, Arizona Toy Hunters Guild. How's it going? Ulysses Ramos. Captain McKay. Just wanted to stop by, but we'll catch the replay. Thanks. I greatly appreciate that. Berserk 69 with his potty mouth is in the house. Toy Brigade. Matt Logic 44. Hulk AF. We got Disabled Goats is in the house. How's it going? Jake Peterson. Love you, Jake. I miss you, man. Jurassic Jesse, what's up, Jesser? How's it going? Joseph Joker, Donald's here. Riley, hi Riley, how are you? You need to come home already. I don't think you're sick anymore. Van Johnson, Jonathan Dickinson, what's up, JD? How's Jacob doing? Jacob Dickinson, dude, my #1 little fan out there. Today we're going to talk Transformers, so tell your dad that you want some Transformers and that he should buy us the same one so we can play together. Let's do that. Sound good, JD? Yeah, there we go. I just used a little kid to get toys. That's awesome. We got Thick Nick in the house. Dario 80s baby, I hope you're feeling well. Thank you for being here and all that you do, Dario. I greatly appreciate it. Van's in the house. Wing or lose, how's it going? Action figure expert, welcome to the show. The Butter Baron, hello there. We got Kev's here toying around. Darth Opera is here. Oh wait, is it Opera or Oprah?
Oprah. That Darth Oprah.
Darth Oprah, my bad. I saw it real quick as Opera. Toy Brigade 1-6 shooter. Hey, how's it going? RMD, what's up, man? And that's it. That's everybody here. Thank you guys for tuning in. So, yeah, guys, we had some definite news that's going around right now. Before we get into that, though, I did want to show off real quick. If you don't know, go on the Toy Migos channel, and Shaney is trying to put up all the reviews. Super 7 sent over the brand new Ultimates wave of Wave 1 for theirs. And I got to tell you, I really do like the bombshell and everything like that. I mean, because they were static figures to begin with. So they came out pretty cool with their thing. Did you guys know about any of these, like in your collection beforehand growing up? Drew, did you have any of these ones?
No, I did not, actually.
Did you know of them, though?
No.
No?
Wait, no of what? Which ones?
Yeah, of when they were released the first time. Back in the original, the static when they decided.
The static one, no.
Yeah,
no, I didn't pick up any of the static ones back in the day.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. I remember I had a couple but then it really sucked because you lost all the little pieces that came with them, their gimmick, and then they broke real easy too if you tried to force them to do something. So like on theirs, it does it like to a point, but it doesn't do it all the way.
Right.
But I thought that was cool though, as a nice little accessory to
Nice
come
to
with
have,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I do like Bonsaitron is pretty cool. I like his weapon that it comes with. Like I said, these reviews were all up hopefully soon on the Toy Migos page. But they came out good for these ones, you know, that are static already. Then you have, of course, like with correct lighting, you got the Ghost of Starscream. Like he just sparkles. That's awesome.
Just filled with glitter, really.
He is. That's all it is, dude. It's straight up glitter chancla shoes right there. And
it's awesome to see that version of the character getting some love too.
Yeah, because trying to get him back in the day was hard. I mean, he's been released in a lot of lines, but it's just usually straight clear. Now, like when he showed up in the episode of where he was super sparkly like this inside the tomb and everything like that. So
it's nice that they captured that.
I totally love it.
And generally, post movie stuff isn't as popular, you know. So it's nice to see when they do some season 3 and season 4 stuff,
right? Yeah, I mean they come out with obscure things that this is cool. I do like that he also even comes with his toy head, the old school toy version.
Didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, you know, they all come with all their major accessories and
right.
The artwork is cool, but on that one, dude, it is really cool because his head is straight toy version, even with the yellow eyes.
Just the whole black head, with the yellow eyes,
the blockhead.
It's interesting. Is that one also like the? Is that one also slightly transparent with glitter or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they kept it static because it would have looked different.
Yeah, that's true. It's smart.
Let me get it out real quick. And like I said, folks,
which of the four is your favorite?
I would have to say Bombshell.
From the Bombshell, right?
Yeah, Bombshell for sure. Like I said, because these were static versions, so getting non-transforming Transformers, they came out well, and they hold.
Okay, yeah, the head looks good.
Can you see the glitter there?
Nice.
I'll try and hold it back from the light. But see, as I turn it, you can see all the glitter on the head.
It's cool. I'm glad that one's like partially transparent still.
Yeah. So it was really cool alternative. But mine is Bombshell. The colors.
Bombshell's a favorite. Yeah, that one pops, I think, of all four of them, I feel.
Dude, it does. And I mean, it matches the original version so well. Right. Like it's a trip. So
his mask is real cool.
Yeah. Look at, and the green inside there, it pops so good on it. So I like these because they were static to begin with. So I hope that they do more of that series, plus his was purple. So that kind of goes to it right there. And then look at how they even kept the original look of the Action Masters.
Action Masters, that's what they were called. That's right. I was forgetting the name of it. I'm like, what are they called?
Action Masters with the gimmick. And then on his too, like I said, the purple. So
this one, like the Super 7 releases, don't have gimmicks, right? Like they don't have like the action feature. Okay.
So you have there with it, and this was supposed to be spring loaded, and it pops over the head in the original one, but it's not spring loaded, but it does move, and it does pop off.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put it on his head, I guess. But these and Bonsaitron were cool because of that. That was their
right. Yeah, because that was their thing. Action Masters, right back in the day.
Correct. So that's really cool. I like that feature a lot. So if you guys are interested, these are up right now at a lot of online places like that. Optimus is a cool cartoon version, very cool, because he even comes with the basketball, the surfboard.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's man, like to throw in that type of stuff again from old episodes like that,
It's a fun gimmick.
Yeah. He also has the old robot head too with the yellow eyes.
Okay, that one's good.
So
nice.
you can do it too. And then the basketball pegs right in.
Right.
So it's nice, man. It's a nice little feature to
cool.
get all those little extras. So like I said, those will be up very soon. There's 2 of them out right now. As soon as Cheney can finish the other ones, I ripped them and already did them. Now he's just got to put them together, and hopefully they'll be soon. And next will be up Bombshell and Bonsai, and then you guys could take a look at those up close and like that. So they're nice. I like them. Yeah, and we can stick right to that because I was jazzed about this. That they're even gonna have freaking dead Optimus.
Yeah, I have the reaction version of that. It's a bit morbid, you know. It's a very sad, intense scene, and I mean, even that shot, it's like, good Lord, have mercy. This is for children, kind of thing. But it's iconic. There's no doubt about it. It's a very major moment in the franchise. So it's cool that it gets some representation, but it is a bit dark.
And this is going to be wave 4. Now, the look of it, because I already have this Optimus, so like I'm stoked.
Can you do that? Can you go back 2 photos, maybe? I think the first slide. First, yeah.
Oh, where he was laying down?
No, that one right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you get Optimus to do that with his arm?
No. So looking at it, they switched the design in this one.
So they did have to remold it, right? Because I know that the Optimus had an issue with actually lifting his arm at the elbow. So I was looking at the image and I was like, can it actually do that, or did they have to change something in order for it to do that now?
See right here, around that elbow, correct? How it's popped out. Now let me go back, and I will show you. I'll go full screen for a moment.
Yeah, all good.
So see how the design is?
Yeah. Okay. So they definitely would have to have changed.
They changed it. They did.
Okay.
They did for sure because it only goes right there, and it's like
really limited on that one. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, I wonder if they're actually going to alter it to make it work based on that photo, because I'm sure when they actually got it in hand, they were probably thinking this is not what we had intended.
So they cut this out, as you can see, which makes it correct now. Which is nice.
Right.
So it has that range now.
It's odd, though, that the dead Optimus can do that, and the live Optimus can't. You know what I mean?
The dead one's more lively than the...
Yeah, it's a little bizarre. Although I was looking at the accessories that came with the dead Optimus, and I did wish, I was like, he's a dead Optimus. I don't know if he needs all these alternate hands. It would have almost been better if he came with that table that he was laying on.
I wish he came with the table.
Right?
I know this is still early.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like, he doesn't need a gun. He's dead. The Matrix, that's cool. The table probably would have been the best accessory with this thing.
Yeah. Now, if you look at his head and everything,
you know what I mean?
It came out good. It really did.
It came out great. I think the actual detail in it's nice. It's a lot. You got a lot less with this one than you did with the Alive Optimus, though.
Yes, you do. Yeah. So which I'm saying is, again, these are early shots. So I hope that
we for sure.
You know, because like this is wave 4. Yeah.
Table would have been great, man.
Yeah. But I don't know. I want Dead Optimus now just for that reason, because it can play well in other places.
Right.
The Soundwave looks cool to me. I mean, it's a blocky look, so that's just why. But I really, really only want the Soundwave for that mini Soundwave right there.
The transformed
one. The transformed one.
I like that it came with both of his heads as well. Oh, well, 3 of heads, really.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. We got cartoon version. We got toy version. Which one was this one?
Could be the comic. I don't know.
Yeah. Could be IDW or something. I'm not sure.
You guys think? Is there anybody in the chat who knows?
Not sure.
Yeah, that's... I looked at that, and that caught me by surprise because I didn't even know that. And I was like, oh, well, ask the guys, because I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know the yellow eyes is his old toy look, but I'm not sure about the 2 variants between the heads there.
And the toys had different faces. So even like on this Optimus one and the Starscream one, they kept it legit, which is a great detail, you know. And seeing here with the Soundwave head, that's awesome.
Actually,
And then-
Annie, can you
Yeah.
go? Yeah, actually, that's a good one. After this, I want you to go back to the first slide from this one, where it shows the Optimus bending his elbow.
Oh, okay.
I had a question about Starscream. Thank you. Wait, is it? Yeah. Since it's the same, I'm assuming it's also the same
Yes.
Starscream mold. Can his knee go up that high?
That high? So
Yeah.
no, his crotch blocks
Right.
it. So I don't know.
I'm
what
wondering
they
if they're
did there,
doing
and I
something
said
with that
in the
because I
review.
know these are renders, right? So I'm wondering if they have actually done something to it so that it can lift it that high.
Okay, so we have it that high immediately, and then I'll show you guys.
Awesome. Okay.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Now it is rubbery.
Right. I'm just curious, like, if they're gonna do anything in order for it to do that.
Like on a masterpiece with a hip skirt lifting or something like that.
I know anything really, because
So
when I first saw that image, I was like, wait a second, can it actually do that? Right. Yeah, it's not as
See it?
Mm-hmm.
But see how it does move?
Oh yeah, no. Like the knee bends for sure. It's mainly I was thinking the thigh getting up that high.
Correct. No, I'm saying though that this does move because it's rubber.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't get it that high.
Right. Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't know, man. That image is not really being.
So let's see if we see something then.
Because, like, obviously on the solo photos of Starscream, you get to see it actually do its thing, and that one seemed more closer to what the one that you have. Like that one, that seems more realistic, I suppose. Like as opposed to what they were showing in that one shot.
I don't see
it looks
a
the
new
same.
gimmick.
It looks the same design. That's why I'm like, I don't think it can do that.
Yeah, I don't see the same gimmick. Again, I like that Megatron. And how many stupid Megatron guns do I have like that?
Yeah,
you gotta have all of them.
I do, because I want to see how big this ends up being.
Yeah, you gotta have all of them, exactly.
So that's wave 4. They're already at wave 4. You can go put in your pre-order now at Super 7, and that's Starscream. Comes with the 2 different face, the sad smirk, the smiling smirk, the old toy head, 2 different guns, his little grappling hook right there, an Energon cube. I like the purple one. Soundwave comes with the blue one. He is very blocky, but man, I really want that tape. I want to know how
it's a classic Soundwave. It's a classic Soundwave.
It is.
I think the blue one is supposed to be like an empty Energon cube, and the purple one's the full one. Yeah,
is the full, right? See, and you know what? I would have liked it. They would have threw some glitter into the purple one.
Sure. I think instead of the blue one, it should have just been clear.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
empty.
It is clear, I guess. Yeah, no, that's good enough, I guess.
It works.
Yeah, it works enough.
Dead Prime, man. Oh well, I still want it though, and I hope he does come with a table.
Yeah, table would have been great.
Okay, here is this was awesome. This is what set a frenzy, and I'm like, oh my god, we got to talk about this.
Yeah,
because you have right there, Chamba. Right, you have the Fans Toys. And put you
Fans Toys one, correct.
That's a
huge.
It's a big lad. It's a big lad. There's like die-cast parts all over this place. So yeah, it's a big one. His jet mode's gigantic too.
Yeah, and this is a Fans Toys version, right?
Correct. Third party,
and we're looking at secondary market. You can't get this probably around 400.
400 or 500.
I don't even know. Yeah, something right now. Yeah. I didn't pick it up for that, thankfully.
Yeah,
I would never have picked it up.
I know a lot of the crew here are into like 112 and maybe 1/18 and things like that, and maybe don't know what we mean when we say Fans Toys. But there's a lot of companies out there that make third-party Transformers that fill the gaps of the characters that Takara and Hasbro don't necessarily do. And Fans Toys is generally considered to be the best one. Lots of die-cast parts, incredible engineering and sculpt and paint. Everything about them is just nearly immaculate. And so Chamba has that Fans Toys version of this character Skyfire, and now we've got this new Takara version, the official masterpiece out, and so let the comparisons begin.
For sure they looked at this one when they were making it because they had to make that one almost a bang for your buck. So they included a lot of things for the official release. The stand, those little tiny figures. Yeah.
And as we talk third party, this is official Takara.
Correct.
So this is cool. And what sucks is I know a lot of people don't like it, but I want to know too, is there going to be a fourth party release right away, which means a copy of it. But sometimes they fix stuff that should have been fixed the first time with a master.
We don't even know if it needs any fixing now. That's the thing.
We don't. You know
what I mean? Yeah.
Word around the table is though that there is already a company who has a hold of it. So,
would surprise me. I mean, and it's true though. I mean, the MP36, which is generally considered the best Megatron ever made, that the KO of that is made some improvements over the original.
I've got that.
You're looking for that. Yeah. So like. If you're looking for that figure, the KO is going to save you a lot of money and maybe even be better than the official. I'm sad.
Which one do you have, Drew?
I have the MP36, the official.
Okay, Chamba.
I got the KO one because when I was wanting to get Megatron, all the official ones were sold out, and this one was available, and I just wanted Megatron.
Yeah.
Do you know which one you ended up getting?
I think I think it was like Infinite Transformations or something like that.
That's the one I have.
Yeah. I was at a mate's house when we both had it in hand, the official one and this one. He picked up this one and is like, it feels better. It's heavier. It's more secure. The joints are better. It came with all these extra parts too. Because I know on the back of the MP36, it had like these really not really aesthetically pleasing looks. And so this one actually has the filler in. And it came with all the parts. The cannon was exactly the same. I think it even included more sounds as well, which is bizarre. So sometimes fourth party, when they release something, fourth party, or otherwise known as KO, sometimes they will make improvements. Sometimes they will. It will obviously be cheaper in price, but oftentimes they will improve things where they can. They're like I think the Ultra Magnus fourth party, they included more hinges at the back so that you can actually fold up that plate that's kind of hanging down. It's got like a flap that hangs down behind his bum.
Yes.
And they made an extra fold so that it actually tucks away. So they'll make improvements, which is interesting.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, this panel that you're showing right here, this is why pretty much I pre-ordered this figure. I mean, not only because I don't have this particular character in my collection. And for those who don't know, this character, Skyfire or Jetfire, however you want to refer to him, he started out as a Decepticon, Starscream's BFF, and then he defects to the Autobots. And so this version comes with swappable plates, so you can actually display him as an Autobot or Decepticon. And in addition to that, going back into this character's history a little further, he started out as a Macross design. From the anime back in the 80s. And when the company that made the toys for that went out of business, Bandai bought the license for it, and then they licensed it to Hasbro. And now he's a Transformers character and pretty much always will be. But you can see the elements of the Macross Robotech action there with the plane, with the legs. Like, man, I love it. I love it. And the miniature Optimus looks great. I'm on board for this. The engineering, articulation, I'm very excited.
I'm with you. Thank you for the explanation, because there's a lot of people that don't know that. And so if you do know, I mean, it's basically the Robotech look. That's why they're showing it in the Jaywalk mode. And unfortunately, that's my Grail. I don't know about you guys. I don't have one of those.
The original ones.
Yeah.
And
this is the closest.
Yes, see, that's not bad.
That I have.
That's pretty good.
I actually won it $20 on eBay, and I was super stoked about it. But this is the closest that I have. So it's exactly what Drew was talking about, right, Drew? I mean, this is Robotech.
Totally.
Yeah, it's Macross. Full on. It's just a full on Valkyrie.
That's awesome.
Mine does have the Japan. Is it 83? I believe. Where'd it go? I have to look. But to get a full version, I mean, he came with everything.
Yeah.
The pieces, the little gun holder,
and
everything.
you could see on yours that it's like yellowing now. That's kind of one of the issues of every release from back in the day. It just starts to yellow.
Correct.
It's like the certain plastic does that.
Yeah, it's like an old NES.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looks
so
cool,
that's my Grail piece that I'm always after. That someday I'm going to have one. So seeing this version, this was the cartoon look, which of course you could tell was totally different.
Yeah. Well, because the toy look was obviously just straight up.
Correct.
Macross rebranded. So in the cartoon, they made it specifically different, but it's kind of, that's the cartoon representation. And now that's what they're making.
And then beforehand, we've always had third parties who went your route, the one that you have. And then Transformers as a company started actually making Skyfire, Jetfire like this, but it's always smaller. So to see him come out this large.
Masterpiece, right?
Yeah, this is why I pre-ordered too.
Is there do you have the photo of him standing with the MP10 and all that for
That's
scale?
Exactly what I was looking for, and I don't. Let me go to Show Z so that I can.
Yeah, totally.
I think Show Z has it up, right?
These pictures don't really show you like he's a big figure.
Well, I mean, if you look at these two, this is the Transform Element Prime, which is roughly the same size as I've got MP10 over there, but he's roughly the same size. If you see, he's huge.
Yeah. So the MP10 is a solid 9-10 inches tall. So.
Yeah. This one is, I don't know, bigger. It's just bigger.
It's huge, right? I mean,
it's just bigger.
Okay, let's see if I can
it should be
switch this. And then we'll get the Show Z store. Now, Show Z, you guys, is where I go and a lot of other people go to buy their third-party stuff and like that. There's Show Z, there's TF Direct. Do you use another one, Drew or Chamba?
There's one in Australia that I use. What was that site?
I've been using Show Z. When you guys enabled the heck out of me on those Seekers, that's where I went to get them.
I use in Australia. I use tftoys.com.au. That's a local guy that I got Skyfire from, actually. Went to the actual place and it was there. That's kind of an unplanned purchase as well. It was just like, oh, this is nice and it's in hand.
That was a lucky move right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually like, oddly enough, it was way cheaper than I expected it to be as well. So,
okay, let's see.
Real quick, Berserk says, I owe you $2.69 when super chats are available. Who's Drew's favorite Discord mod? Well, that's going to be you, Berserk, since you're going to help me not suck at Elden Ring once I get my PlayStation set up again. So,
oh, see, I didn't even see this shot.
Yeah,
that when they're working on him, because then he switches over to the Autobots. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the scale. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's not small.
Yeah,
I think this one's actually taller, dude.
He might be
huge.
Okay, because the Defense toys might be bigger.
I have that Optimus that they're showing right here, and that Optimus hits at 9.5.
Yeah.
So that's, oh my god, yeah, this is huge. What's up, Dr. Jones? Just got into Masterpiece and copped the Gigapower Dinobots. Nice.
Those are great. Those are real good. They're a little more stylized than the fans' toys, but they're much more accessible and affordable, and
they're also a little larger.
Easy to, they're also a little bigger, but they're great pieces. Congrats on that.
To be fair, like Dinobots, it's okay for them to be a little bit larger than regular Transformers, I guess, even within their own Masterpiece scale. Dinosaurs.
So here's what's crazy too, is I can't believe the little figures are articulated.
Yep. And painted.
Yes.
So that is a plus with those miniatures.
Look at that.
Again, like I feel like they've gone all out with this.
Look at, there's cartoon comparisons.
Yeah.
They gave it the masked face as well.
Yeah, see, Starscream is probably my favorite character in the franchise. So to be able to display Starscream with this guy as a Decepticon, that makes me very, very, very happy.
Yeah, so he's holding it right there in his left hand.
Yeah,
You can see
yeah,
the
the 2
Decepticon
plates.
symbol. Yeah.
Yep. It's
This
freaking
is
wicked.
this was an instant pre-order, man.
Yeah.
Instant. Like, look at that. Oh.
Gimme.
Yeah. Here we go with the accessories. There's the little minifigures that are Decepticon playing. We have 4 faces.
Again, they went all out. That you could tell with this, they definitely looked at third parties.
Yes,
100%.
this is true.
The fact that they have got the face plates, the multiple, I guess, just the accessories altogether, they really needed to compete with them.
Okay, and I mean now too, they're making them like this with so many different ways with posability, all of the rework that they've done in Masterpiece stuff, right? I mean, just to come out the gate, I would say, would you guys have to agree that like Megatron kind of started it, and then we started doing a rework from there, like with the brand new Optimus?
I do agree. You know, if you look at the early releases in the Masterpiece line, so many of them are so much more toy based. The MP10 is a great example. The Optimus, you know, we don't really talk about MP1, but MP10, I still think that's the best Optimus mold, even though the MP44 is more tune accurate. And yes, the MP36 is where we saw that transition start to happen. Like the engineering on that MP44, especially in the legs, is kind of insane.
Yeah,
but it still looks fantastic once you get it transformed. But oh yeah, there you go. Those deformation space figures. Yeah.
These. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I sold all of my MP11s and bought those because, like we're saying, the early releases in the Masterpiece line are much more toy based, and there's stuff out there now that is way more screen accurate, both from Takara and from third party. And I'm very happy with these Seekers, especially with those plates. You know, the back plates to cover up the kibble on the wings.
All the kibble.
It's so clean, and the articulation so good. These are the Seekers that I've always wanted. I mean, the transformation's a little more of a headache than I would like, but still, they look so good.
Yeah, these are great, and so those who are just getting into Transformers, like Dr. Jones and everyone's, those are the deformation space ones. They're still available. Like we said, if you go to Show Z, they come with those plates now. You can get extra, which is the back. It didn't look like that. You can see the fold up parts, which
wasn't bad,
kibble.
By the way. It wasn't terrible. Like I've seen, like official releases had worse kibble than that. The fact that it only had those little folds up the top, not even a big deal. But the fact that they even gave you the additional piece to cover it up, fantastic. Just to make it that much more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the price on this?
Like $230 or something.
Yeah, $230,
which
like that.
I still think is good considering the prices that they've dropped lately on stuff. Another reason why I go to third party right away.
It's $268.99 on BBTS. I was a little off
for Skyfire.
Yeah. For the MP57. Yeah.
Do you know it was crazy price wise? I think MP44.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The price
that
tag
one
on that
was
thing was nutty.
That one was too much, I think, for that.
I agree. For what it was. Yeah. I mean, a buddy of mine, Disabled Goats here in the chat, he bought that thing and he was nervous about transforming it.
Right.
Because it's just so crazy and he wanted it in Optimus form. And so he brought it to me to transform. And that thing is intense, man. It's too much as far as
I think it might be a little over engineered, that one.
I agree.
Correct.
It went too like that's why, like, because a mate has it. And because he also has this one here.
I gotta go back.
I forget what the company was. This one, Transform Element, the Transform Element Prime, which is based on it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon Prime. The transformation of this one is closer to MP10. It's not as simple as that. I think MP10 is probably one of the. I don't know. It's probably one of the best transformations. It's simple. Okay. It's easy. You know.
I agree.
This one, it's not as easy, but as far as the aesthetics, it gets really close to that G1 cartoon look without sacrificing, the articulation or design, really. And I think the MP44, they kind of went too far.
It was what? It was 530.
It was really high, like unnecessarily high.
Something crazy.
I think it was
like 450, 500.
I think it was 450.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I think it was 530. because it came
That's why
with
people are
his
like,
trailer.
they definitely were like, nah, I'm definitely gonna wait for the fourth the KOs for that. Yeah.
And this is what I did. I didn't do Transformers Element, and I didn't do Magic Square. Those were the two who came out the gate with, okay, this is our version of MP44 with the new articulation, with the new fix.
Not the version of MP44, the version of Prime. Because
the version
MP44,
of Prime. Correct.
Yeah. To do a version of MP44 is technically would be just a KO of it. They didn't copy anything. They just made the character.
Their version of Prime in the same
Correct.
look.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
In
Yeah.
G1
so
cartoon look. Right.
Here is a fourth party version that I have that is of that one. So as you can see here, it still has the big honking backpack on them and everything. This one right here that you see now that is $90. That's the same thing, but they scale down the backpack to even look even better.
This one had no backpack.
So
that's what I mean. Like it's interesting to look at the various renditions of a particular character from these different companies to see how they would tackle it.
I think a really good. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say you don't really get a chance to see that often with other toy lines, really, of other properties. The multiple versions of a single character, like unless say you get a domestic and then an import of that character, you get to see the two different representations of it. But with Transformers, there's 4 or 5 companies doing the same character sometimes. It's really interesting to see their takes on it. Because it's not just a copy, they're not copying each other, it's just their version of that character and it's, their transformation really. So it's always interesting to see.
Yeah, they're all engineered differently. I think a really good example of that is what was going on with the Stunticons over the last couple of years, where we had DX9, Fans Toys, all these different companies cranking out different versions of the Stunticons. PS Fans Toys still waiting on that 5th one, but
keep waiting, man. Keep waiting.
Right?
Yeah, I know. But if we're talking engineering, I think one of the most impressively engineered Transformers that I have in my collection is the Fans Toys Road King, which is their version of Motormaster, because it scales. It's a cab and trailer in the same way that Optimus is, and it's the same size as Optimus, but he's different in the sense that the cab actually collapses into him, like it's not a separate piece. Like it's part of him and part of his transformation. I mean, yes, there's some panel stuff that can be a little annoying to transform, but the fact that it's engineered to just be one piece is mind-boggling to me and still impresses me when I think about it. Or
I like what they did with the feet
of it. Yeah.
How it looks, in the cartoon, how his feet is essentially the cab just kind of shrunken down, that they managed to actually capture that and without using the actual cab itself, but it's kind of hidden inside. I'm like, that's real clever. It's real clever.
100%.
I mean, it does require that additional piece to form the extension of the trailer, but that's understandable. I get it.
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. Like this trailer here, like it's awesome. But, how much more awesome would it be if it transformed into the actual Optimus figure?
To be fair though, never happened in the cartoon.
Yeah.
You'd rather be as accurate. Whereas in the cartoon, this thing appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, the transformations in the
always out of nowhere.
The transformations in the cartoon defy the laws of physics.
Of course,
Megatron turns into a gun this big.
That goes tiny. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to make about this. Now we finally can get the trailer for your knockoff Prime, which
just modern, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be $60.
Do the job. I mean, if all you're after is representation of the character,
correct,
why not? But some people are like, I'm just only going to get the official one. They wouldn't even consider any third party stuff, or which sometimes is actually superior. But that's it's opinion based, really. And some will be like, I don't even care. I just want a representation. They'll go for the KOs.
Yeah, for my money, it's Fans Toys.
Fans Toys are solid. I mean, these two are Fans Toys.
Is that your newest one? Drew? Go ahead.
Oh no, it's not the newest one. It's just one I had laying around here. But it's the Thomas. It's their version of Astrotrain, the FT-44. And this guy's cool because he's a triple changer. So he has 3 forms. He has his bot form, shuttle form, and choo-choo train. And that's why he's called Thomas. Yeah. Thomas.
So now it's interesting about that. You've heard what's going on with Fans Toy stuff, right?
Well, I know
What
that they put out that figure under the Robot Paradise header
Correct.
for the Soundwave, which, you know, Chamba and I were joking that was the not fans toys, not Soundwave.
Correct. This one right here, my most favorite one.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's fantastic.
No, so with Fans Toys now, and that Thomas in particular, which I might get, somebody is copying the Fans Toys one and putting it out there. So now Fans Toys is pissed and saying, like, to show Z and other ones, if you sell it, then we're pulling our Fans Toy stuff.
Why not?
Wow. Going full McFarlane on it, huh?
Yeah, why not?
It's pretty funny out there to you know, you had somebody who started out doing their own rendition, and now somebody is out because they're so good, like you're saying, is copying them, and they're like, nope, we're not having it. We're going to pull it.
To be fair, like that's fine if they choose to do that, because technically, you know, that's kind of the crappy thing about KOs is that they don't really, other than oftentimes when they will upgrade it, they don't always upgrade something. Most of the time, it is just a straight copy. So whereas Fans Toys, it is all engineered from them. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's their design. That is their. It's like fan art.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Whereas the other one, it's just plagiarism at that point. It's a complete. There is two different things, I think.
See, and so they don't definitely have it up. They took it down. It was available for a little bit.
They don't want to lose Fans Toys.
Oh, because Fan Toys is so freaking popular.
Yeah, you don't want to lose them. I get it.
Yeah, when these pre-orders go up, they disappear, man. It is the Hunger Games.
You'll be lucky to actually get it.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually this Thomas, the Astrotrain, they're actually doing 2 limited editions of that I think come out in the winter. One based on the original Japanese toy and one based on the original American toy, which both have slightly different colorways. But those pre-orders went like that.
Oh yeah,
gone.
Right. So much so, like, as you can see now, sometimes when you put in a pre-order somewhere else, it's just like a couple bucks, maybe up to $3 or whatever. And now when you want a Fans one, they're like, you got to give us half or at least $50 or something, like
$40 deposit. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
See, most of the time,
this one,
if I know when to get it, I'll just pay a deposit, just the whole thing up front, because that way I don't have to worry about it when it's actually out. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get it eventually. I mean, you're going to get it anyway, so I may as well just take care of it then.
Yeah. So this guy's getting a second run, and then the limited editions. So it's a great figure. The triple changers are the engineering is mind boggling on them.
Springer triple changer.
Yeah, Springer. There you go. Another triple changer.
Fantastic, phenomenal.
Yeah, their version of Six Shot Hydra. That's an excellent figure that has 6 different forms.
Yeah,
which is pretty wild. Yeah, there he is with the MP36 there.
Yes, which looks
Scales
great.
good.
They look great. Yeah.
I wanted to see him in the mode because this is the closest almost to the toy colors.
Well, this is the animation version. The toys were a slightly lighter gray, and he had this vibrant pattern on that plate on his chest. I forget what it's called. Yeah, it's got like a different code name or whatever.
And the rocket.
Isn't Fans Toys also like re-releasing their Galvatron? It was them, right?
That was on here too.
Yeah, it's also getting a
that's the one that I'm. That's the one that I was like. Nah.
There it is. If you scroll, see if you go up a little bit, just like one row. Oh yeah, see there it is. There's the Galvatron, but the Astrotrain's up there too in the listing. See that's
the one that's tempting me. I'm like, I don't need this one. I've already got Galvatron. I'm like, this is the one that I had as a kid. This is the one that I had as a kid. That's why. So I was like, oh, you're getting me. You're actually pulling me through nostalgia this time.
That's the one based on the original Japanese toy. So Galvatron and Astrotrain are both getting these recolors and these old school toy looks as opposed to the animation.
How much is this one?
They've gotten before.
$250, $220.
$220? I don't need it.
I can't wait until you show it to me, Chamba.
Oh no, I'm not gonna get it. No, there's too many other things, man. Like, we're bombarded with so many different lines. Like, we don't only just collect Transformers. That's the problem. Like, the fact that we rarely talk about Transformers on
And
any of the shows that we've been on. Yet,
yeah, that's
we
why I
buy
wanted to talk.
Transformers. Exactly. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
nah.
And I'm sorry for everybody who's here. Like, what are they talking about? Sorry, we transform hard.
I mean, this is a Transformers show.
Yeah.
And I got mates who are even harder. So nah.
Yeah. Could you go back one page, pretty please, Ernie? And see, there you go. There's the Astrotrain right next.
The
to
one
him.
right next to the Galvatron is just like a white one.
Yeah,
That's
there you go.
Yeah.
See, this is the one that hit me right in the feels because that is the original toy look that he had. And as a child, that was one of my favorite toys. Flipping him around and messing with the wheels and all that.
This is the one I meant to get. Now, are they going to do what's his name too? Because I had this one, and then I had the jet and the tank.
Blitzwing.
Thank you.
Blitzwing.
They haven't done a Blitzwing yet. That's a company. That's one that I've been waiting for from this company. They put out renders a while ago, and pre-orders went up on TF Source and other places, but nothing ever came of it. It was really weird.
Did Blitzwing.
Somebody did it, but I think it was KFC, but it's not a good figure. But I think that's the only Masterpiece scale one that there is. I think he's called Ditka, Ditka.
Okay,
but he's not a good figure. He doesn't he's kind of wobbly and wonky.
This one though, you're right. This is the one that I meant to bring up because that's it right there.
Yeah, that's the US toy look.
Oh, I don't have mine.
Which was always weird to me. Like whenever you'd see the original toy version, you're like, where do they pull these colors from? Because that's not how I remember it in the cartoon.
Correct.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I love about this era of collecting that we're in is that we are getting these options and we are getting things that are screen accurate, not just with Transformers, but say like what NECA is doing with that Ninja Turtles line. You know, we're getting turtles that look like they did on the screen, which we never got as kids. The characters always look kind of different. And sometimes you get a character and
for the most part, they definitely look different.
Yeah, it's him, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, it's fine, but you know, I'm glad we're getting screen accurate stuff is my point.
At least options.
My other thing that I don't have that I've always wanted, I've always wanted the Rainmakers and the background characters, the Seekers. Yeah. And Hasbro did it a while ago, but then it was like convention exclusive, and then this show and that show. I was really hoping this time for Deformation because before this, I had nothing but BB7 and who was it? BB7 Yes Model.
Yes,
because they had showed that they were going to do it, and I got rid of everything else, and I was like just waiting and wait. I think they still have my deposit for it. Let me see. This was my bad. Hold on.
To be fair, like Deformation Space, they could easily just redo their
everybody could
and whatnot. Yeah, totally. Make some cash from it.
Yeah, I have the Takara Sunstorm and Acid Storm. I was hoping they'd do an Ion Storm, but they never did. So that team never really got completed. But this looks cool.
These are always what I wanted. No, it's not. And I think they still have my pre-order. So, see? God, that sucks. Hot Link.
Just easy recolors, you know?
I know. And if everybody's for the Deformation ones, then let's do it. Because
I don't know if they're going to do any more, dude.
I know. See, but I have all these. I have Acid Storm, Sunstorm. I even have Dario got me this purple, like, you know, when he was transporting himself.
When Unicron's transforming.
Yeah. See, I have all of them, even the cone heads.
I mean, the thing about third-party companies is that sometimes they'll just, obviously, like what happened with the Robot Paradise being Fans Toys, sometimes they will just change the name of the company to release something. Transform Element is supposedly Deformation Space, and recently a lot of the Transform Element products were getting marked down in price, so I think they're just ending and probably going to rebrand eventually with another name. Because there was a local shop here in Australia that was selling the recolors of the Prime, of this Prime here. They had the Nemesis and they had the Shattered Glass versions for, I think, like $90 Australian, which is cheap.
Right.
And super tempting.
Did you get in on that Cerebros, Ernie?
No.
That they were showing on the slide up there.
No,
that Fans Toys release, the Hannibal. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it, but the fact that they haven't completed the Stunticons just makes me go, they're never going to complete that. See, there it is. Yeah, right there. That guy.
They're not making it.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that he came out, but I don't know.
I'll be honest, I'm shocked that he came out.
Yeah, I'm surprised that came out. It's cool.
Yeah.
And the people I've talked to who have it say he's quite good, but it's just I don't want another incomplete combiner. I think that's what
do you know be better than that though?
Right.
Finishing off the two combiners that any combiner they've restarted.
Yeah, the Stunticons and the aerial bots. Yeah, I would love to see those completed. But I am keeping my eye on this Deformation Space Company, that blaster. What they did with the Seekers. I'm interested to see what they got in the pipeline.
My mate just picked up the blaster and he says it's quite good. He's very happy with it.
Nice.
Oh, I wanted that one too. I didn't get it yet.
The blaster?
Yeah, I didn't get blaster.
Yeah, see, I don't do Autobots. I try not to because it's too big of a rabbit hole. My Masterpiece collection is all Decepticons. You name a Decepticon character from the first 4 seasons of the movie, I probably have a Masterpiece version of it. But Autobots, there's so many more of them. There are characters that got like a single episode and never came back again. Whereas the Decepticons, it was kind of the same roster. You had Soundwave and Reflector. You had the Seekers, Megatron. It's a pretty standard cast. Devastator, the Insecticons. But there were so many Autobots that if you start going down that rabbit hole, So I stick with the Decepticons. So I did not pick this up, but he looks fantastic.
He does look good.
I'm with you. I am 90% all Decepticons. It's very rarely that I do have an Autobot, like you're saying. Mine is nostalgia, though. I had this as a kid, and then I feel like he's the one who should fight Soundwave.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why. So, yeah, I still need to get this. I am hoping for one of those sales, too. So,
how much is this one now?
See. 120, I believe.
That's already a good price.
130
for an MP scale.
It is
for an MP scale. Yeah.
He comes with a good amount of stuff too. The speaker hands and stuff.
Yeah. Stop trying to make me do it right now. It's not going to happen. As much as I want to.
Yeah.
Here is Starscream that we were talking about. So I don't know if there. Okay. Yeah. So let me just try and click on.
That's a crazy good price for that
space.
$85, man.
That's what I mean.
If you're in the market for a Starscream, hit that up.
If you just want a transforming Starscream, not official, by the way. I guess a lot of people, third parties kind of getting larger in just action figures in general these days. So you should, like, folks who are collecting figures and whatnot these days might be familiar with third party companies. So they know that a third party company is not necessarily a KO at all. It's just it's consider it fan art, really, by, it's unlicensed is really what it is. But yeah, if you're after the character of Starscream that's not official release, then definitely get this one, Deformation Space one.
And for whatever reason,
showing for that.
Hasbro and Takara have had a very live and let live philosophy when it comes to these third-party companies. I don't know why. They don't really seem to go after them or be bothered by this. I think they think it just brings attention to their franchise, or I don't know. I'm not an employee there, so I don't have insight as to that, but they seem to just kind of look the other way with this stuff.
Because they could easily shut down every single one of them if they wanted to.
They go full McFarlane.
But it seems like sometimes they will look at them to see what will sell, if there is actually any interest. Because there's no loss for them no real loss, especially if those third-party companies are making characters that they have not made themselves. You know, like originally third parties existed to upgrade the things that official, you know, would release. And then after that, they started making characters that the official ones would never make. And then obviously now they're just making, as you can see in front of me, it's like they're just making characters that already exist, but just their own version of it.
I think that's why they put the Soundwave out under that Robot Paradise name instead of their own Fans Toys header, because there was a rumor going around for a long time, around the time that thing was in development, that Takara was going to do a new Masterpiece Soundwave, and they still might.
They still might.
Yeah. So it would make sense that they were trying to just, you know, cover their behinds in case any legal ramification did come their way for doing that figure at a similar time, you know, the same character at the same time. So I think that's why. I don't know, but I think that's maybe why. So yeah, it's always a risk. It's a weird game that they're in.
And they pushed that one back quite a bit. Like if you saw the original renders of that Soundwave, it looked different. Like what they came out with matches more so the aesthetic that they're doing now, as far as the whole, let's try to get as accurate to the cartoon as opposed to just let's get closer to what, say, MP10 was doing.
Yeah. David.
And here's David.
Sold out. David is sold out.
Of course.
Now, here's a rabbit hole that I don't want to get into as we talk about rabbit holes and it's hard, I mean, to get these right. So here all of a sudden now, yes, exactly. They're making the teams basically at a 6-inch scale, what it should be, and going lower than that. I guess we could say, you know, 1/12, but it's not. I mean, it is smaller, but like this, your Optimus and your Megatron are larger, and you can get them at around $40 to $50 for like all other characters, and they go so hard. Magic Square and New Age now. That's
I'll be honest, man. If I didn't already have pieces in my MP scale when the Legend scale was popping, I would have just gone all Legend scale. I know, like Iron Factory, they're primarily targeting the IDW looks, but those ones, I felt that the Iron Factory ones felt the best as far as figures go in the Legend scale.
Yeah, this Legend scale stuff is catching on, man. It seems like this is where the hype is at, as opposed to the Masterpieces, where that was all the rage, 2-3 years ago. This seems to be what the fans are really getting into, this New Age and this Legend stuff.
It's kind of like Star Wars vintage collection.
Yeah. That's a good analogy for it. Yeah.
And the boxes too. Look at
it's fun. It's fun.
Old school.
But like look at it. That's a pocket fig that's like super articulated, that transforms, that is show accurate, and that's not crazy in price.
And has the trailer.
Yeah. David and his trailer.
David, dude, this is New Age and then Magic Square, and they're just going at it. I mean, making like full teams of everything.
And see, that's the beauty about it too, because you've got options. Like if you like the look of that one over that one, go with that one, because they all roughly scale together anyways.
Correct.
Yeah. And if you don't want to spend $450 for an MP44, there you go.
Or even the KO one of that. Like if you don't like, because I can see some people like they want Transformers and the MP scale is of a particular size, space-wise, not everybody's going to have it. Sure, it looks great on the shelf, but if you just want representations of the characters, Legend scale is great because they're obviously smaller. You can get more of it. They've made way more characters too at this point.
Look at this. I mean, just whole squads are out there, and this is the New Age one.
The Devastator in the Legend scale is fantastic. Look at complete combiner.
They even did Icarus and the Shattered Glass Star Scream.
That's what I mean.
Like, they got crazy. And then the other one is Magic Square. And I have to really, just what you're saying, Chamba, I'm Masterpiece, so I can't do this because this would be so deadly right now. Look,
I would literally have to sell all my ones just so I can get into this one. I don't want to have like the same characters in both scales, really.
Yeah.
Like
I'm out on this stuff, but I'm happy that it exists, and I'm happy that people are excited about it and excited about the franchise and the characters. Like, I think that's great. It's just not for me because I'm in so deep on the masterpieces.
That's what I mean. It's like if I didn't already have, I think at that point, like when the legend scale was popping off, I already had like maybe 8 masterpiece scales, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't just stop now and then like start the whole collection again in this size, which by the way would be awesome still, but nah.
Yeah. And that Megatron looks great, but I don't think anything can top the MP36. Like, it's it's realistic enough looking to get you in trouble, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But these little legend scale ones are just insane because just exactly that. If you're not into starting your collection on Masterpiece, this might be it for you. And then getting on secondary would still probably even be cheaper than trying to find a secondary Masterpiece that you missed out there, because they just go for insane prices.
Yeah, whether we're talking Takara or Fans Toys or really any of the major third-party Masterpiece or first-party Masterpiece stuff, it's all very expensive in the aftermarket. If you were not on board with that stuff when it started dropping 2-3 years ago or more, then you are SOL, you know?
Yeah, because you're going to pay a hefty price to try and just obtain your one figure. Like,
try and complete the Decepticon Headmasters or the Dinobots. For Fans Toys.
Dinobots.
It's insane.
Nah, that's not happening.
I don't have any of the Dinobots.
The Sludge, I've seen him sell for like $1,000. It's crazy.
I mean, one of the reasons why as well is because they don't exactly produce a lot.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of copies out there to begin with, so that's why you try to get your pre-order in when it's available. And even then, just trying to land that pre-order is not exactly the easiest.
Yeah. So the people who aren't into the super expensive Masterpiece stuff and just want to complete certain teams, just want representations of the characters that transform, these are great.
Go Legends, man.
Yeah, go Legends.
Go Legends. I mean, they articulate so much better than most things out there as well.
Yeah.
So it's insane because like this, I'm sitting here amongst knockoff Masterpiece. We got third-party stuff, and now Super 7 putting these out. Like, it's such a deep rabbit hole on Transformers.
I mean, also non-transforming ones, you've got way more options too these days. You've got the Flames Toys kits, you've got the Flames Toys figures, you've got 3-0 doing it too. So
those 3-0 ones are tempting. I was watching Unparalleled's review of the 3-0 Bumblebee. He did a great job with that review. That figure looks awesome.
$60 for that Bumblebee, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And then I still buy Hasbro ones to try and scale to go with. I mean, they're doing classic looks now, which is awesome. I think back in the day, as far as switching up lines, I don't know if you guys were into these or not, but I think my favorite still, and I just haven't even busted them out of storage, is the Alternators line. Did you guys like that line?
I like the Alternators because that's pre-MP, really. Like, that's kind of got so like based on real vehicles, it had the die-cast things, and it's like I remember seeing going, what is this? Because prior to that, I was like out of Transformers for years. I'd seen the Alternators. I'm like, I mean, his name is Optimus Prime. It doesn't look like Optimus Prime, but it looks
Dodge
cool.
Ram. He was a Dodge Ram.
It was like, I'm like, that ain't Optimus at all. But I mean, I've been out of Transformers at that point, so I have no idea what they're doing And then I'm like, all right. And then they obviously released MP01, and you're like, it looks awful now, but then you're like, this is what I've always wanted. It was, and then it was oversized as well.
They had Honda Civics. They had real Jeeps and everything. Did you do that line, Drew, or no?
No, I didn't. I'm not familiar. I gotta say.
Really?
It was wild, yeah. Because they just look like model cars, but they were Transformers because it was complete diecast the shell was complete die cast and everything. So I'm like, this is wild that they're doing this.
And the best part, 1999. It was insane. At a Walmart, 1999.
Yep.
And I'm walking out with like 4. I got a Jaguar, my Honda Civic Si, Dodge Ram Optimus, and I was like, dude, this is sweet. And then it got to the point where I would go every time and I would just leave a couple there because 1999, like, I'm gonna wait. And then all of a sudden, dude, they just disappeared and they were gone. And I was like, oh no. Now I'm out there chasing everything and trying to find it. But I think as a redo and trying to go back into the line, alternators is cool. We're gonna have to show that off next time we all get together. And
even acquire those at this point.
Oh, right now it's insane. I don't even have the Japanese release ones because there was a lot there too. There was Starscream.
Oh yeah.
There Megatron. Megatron was like a Subaru. We didn't get Megatron.
No.
We didn't get Starscream or that. You had to go overseas to try and even find where those released.
See, what's wild, Ernie, is that while you saw yours at like $19.99 at what, like Toys R Us at that point, or no? Or Target?
Walmart.
I forget. Walmart. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of the US releases. All I saw was the Japanese releases.
Man, I'm
the
gonna
reason
have to
the
bust
reason
them out.
being is because when I saw them here, there's this one shop in the city. It's called Hobby Japan. It's where I used to always go to get like my model kits and whatnot. This is like before it was like mainstream that it is now, even, you know. And that's where I'd seen the alternators. I was like, what is this? Like the box was all in Japanese, and I'm like, I didn't know Transformers was still doing this and like in this new style. So yeah, it's interesting to hear that you saw it at Walmart for like $20. I mean, the alternators that I saw, it was a little bit more, I think like $36, $40. But again, it's just the Japanese releases.
Correct. And so with mine, Chamba, a pallet, a center pallet in the aisle.
Crazy.
Full.
That is crazy. Yeah, that's bonkers.
From the Jeeps to the Subarus to everything. And that's why I'm saying I was like, next check. Next check, I'll get these 2. Next one I'll get, because they just sat there all the time. Everybody was like that, like, what is going on? What is this? Because when you pass by it, they were in vehicle mode, and it looked like a model car.
That's exactly it. It doesn't even cross your mind that it transforms.
Correct.
Until you pick up the box, you look at the back, and you're like, oh, there's a robot in here.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, didn't make any sense to me.
So they had some crappy ones. Other than that, they were good. Like Jaguar was a real Jaguar, and then it was this bulky cat. Ravage. Like it was so it was like, okay, so you missed it on that one, but everything else is cool. Like it was
an
Hound.
interesting phase. Yep.
Hound was Jeep, an awesome Jeep.
The Jeep was fantastic. That's the thing, like the car modes were just because they were all licensed at that point, you know, so they had to authenticate the way they looked. That's why I'm like, that's why I thought it was models. Yeah, it was like, no, they transformed. I'm like, it's bananas.
Yeah, that's amazing. So Drew, out of your collection, what is your favorite Transformers piece?
Oh man. Probably this bad boy right here. Probably Unicron.
Which one is that?
Unicron, the HasLab Unicron.
That's the HasLab one. Okay.
Yeah. It's not perfect. It's got some issues. The teeth, for example, the lower teeth are not painted. Yeah. The maw, the circle around the maw and the planet mode is also the wrong color. Those things can be fixed, but I shouldn't have to do that. But with that said, it's magnificent. I love the 1986 movie. To me, that is like the absolute apex of the franchise, and Unicron is the big bad of that film. And if you could go back in time to when I was like, 7, 8 years old and show little Drew this freaking thing, he would lose his mind. I'm amazed that this exists. I love it. I'm very happy that I have it.
That's awesome. And Chamba, what's yours? Do you have one?
I'm trying to think. It's actually really difficult. I'm just looking at the side to all the Transformers because that's where I got them. I think it might be that the Fans Toys Grimlock.
Ooh.
I love that thing. Because, I mean, the thing about Grimlock is, like, just the design in general is you can't really do you can't really change his transformation too much from what the original toy was from back in the day. Because the way he transformed in the toy is exactly the way he transformed in the cartoon. So if you make any act like with Prime, obviously we're saying with the MP Prime how there's like MP10 is different to this one, different to MP44 as far as the transformation goes. With Grimlock, you can't change too much of that. That's why this one, it's so close to what the original toy was. It's just in a larger scale and format. And that one gives me like full on flashbacks of when I was a kid. I never owned one. My older brother did. And I love that thing. So having that is phenomenal. But yeah, I think it might be that one. MP10 is kind of like one that you trust in a way. You trust to be good. But I think that
how many MP10s do you have?
Good question.
And same to you too, Drew. How many MP10s do you have?
I don't think I have too many.
I only have 2.
Are you serious?
Which one do you have? You got the Ghostbusters one, right?
I have the Ghostbusters one.
I don't have Ghostbusters.
And I have the Nemesis Prime.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So you don't even have the regular Prime.
Like I said, I do Decepticons.
Yeah.
I think I have a dozen MP10s.
Yeah, you're
from Toys R Us release, Walmart release, anniversary release, Nemesis.
Did you get the Year of the Horse one?
Yes, the Year of the Horse one. I have that one.
How about the 7-Eleven one?
No, so I missed
Prime.
So missing
that's Japan.
7-Eleven, and I tried though. I had somebody and my order got canceled. I tried, and then the Ghostbusters.
The Evangelion one. The Evangelion one.
I have that one.
Yeah.
I have that one.
You do?
Official or KO?
KO, not official.
Yeah,
KO.
you don't have it. You don't have it. Yeah.
I didn't know you were an Evangelion fan, Ernie.
Yeah.
I'm not, but it was Prime and it was the colors. Me and Cheney have talked about this in the past. I think Cheney has like 6. So
see, Cheney's got more molds of that than me. Yeah, because like if we're talking about that mold alone, and if we count, say the KOs, then all of us could get so many of them. But I'm talking about like because officially they released that mold so many times.
So mine is probably 6 and 6. 6 official and 6 KO.
6 KOs. Nice. Yeah. I've only got the MP10, the original one, and the Ghostbusters one.
Oh, you have see, you guys are over me.
Because I got that one at I bought that at San Diego Comic-Con. I was there. And I was like, I lined up for it and I got it there.
Yeah, I missed it. I wasn't able to make that one. And then Cheney couldn't grab it. So I missed that one.
It was hard.
That one's a cool one though. It is.
One that we didn't mention today, guys, was that collaborative G.I. Joe mashup that they announced.
That looks good.
Yeah, I'll go to it right now.
Yeah, I sent you the link on Discord, Ernie.
I have it in my.
Oh, awesome.
The Bumblebee one, right?
Yeah, the Bumblebee.
Yeah, looks fantastic.
Yeah.
This is what they should be doing more of.
Yeah, I have a bunch of these collaboration ones. The Back to the Future one.
Where's Jesse
at? The one. Yeah, Jesse. I'm sure he's all about that.
Well, he asked that before.
One. Yeah.
He was saying before, it's like that's the best one, obviously, right, guys?
Here we go. I need Megatron, the Hiss Megatron. Now, before this is Cobra Hiss with Baroness, and that's Megatron. And now
what
today,
scale is the Joe?
I think it's 118.
O-ring.
Really?
O-ring style Baroness.
Wow.
And she sits in transformation. Now, this is funny because there still isn't official pictures of it.
I mean, it's great that there's this overlap. I mean, there's always been crossover between the fandoms. I mean, they aired in similar blocks, and you've got Chris Latta, who did the voice of Starscream, my favorite character, and Cobra Commander. So there's always been some overlap there. So it's cool to see stuff like this come to fruition.
Here, I'll finish showing this one. So yes, you're right, and I love this crossover set. I have them all too. Even the X-Men one. So
yeah, I have that one too.
I don't think I'm missing, right? So okay, so if we go through it again, it's Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, X-Men, Jurassic Park. Oh, I am missing one. I don't have the Top Gun. I don't have Top Gun. I can't remember
forgot
where
that
that
was
was
a thing.
released. Yep. See, and I think
Yeah.
that's
It came
I'm
with the
missing Top
volleyball
Gun.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Shit, I'm missing
Hilarious.
Top Gun. Gosh dang it. Thanks a lot, Drew. Yeah. And it just
I'm
ruined
surprised
my whole
I'm
night.
surprised they didn't like do a collab with like Fast and Furious or something. Considering it's all cars there, you know.
Yeah, no, there was.
Oh no, there
was
doesn't
an
exist. I'm just saying I'm
overseas.
surprised they didn't. I'm just surprised.
No,
they didn't.
there's an overseas release that was just a name out of nowhere, and they did. I believe it was Suki's car, the pink one.
Oh, okay.
And she did RC. It's one of those random though that came out just because of exactly what you're saying, Chamba. And it's kind of one of those pieces like, really, this exists? And it was Suki's car, the pink one.
Interesting.
It's old. So this is Bumblebee.
This looks so good.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it.
So it is 1/18 scale?
It says it's an O-ring figure for the Joe line, and those are 1/18, I believe.
Yeah, those are 1/18. That's
Yes.
crazy because then this is pretty big.
Yes. And he's standing up in it. And then so does Baroness.
I look at this and I'm like, they could, like, Hasbro can totally do Mask again.
I want Mask so bad. And we were supposed to get it. Do you guys remember that? It was a couple Comic-Cons ago.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get it. There's even a G.I. Joe figure of Matt, which I have.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I was like, oh, cool.
Bring it back.
Would have been great. Would have been great.
It would have. So you guys, yes, you're on board. You're going to get this?
I don't think so. Again, I'm kind of out. Like right now, as far as Transformers go, nothing's because the specific line that I'm with is MP scale. And as far as MP scale goes, I've got most of the characters that I'm after.
Yeah.
Like I can pick and choose. I'm not just like where Drew's like, I gotta get Decepticons. You know, thankfully I can just go, yep, I like that one. I'm getting that one. It's like, oh, that looks cool. Don't need it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. So, and this one looks bloody awesome. But
yeah, see, I'll get these to go on my G.I. Joe and Cobra shelves, not necessarily to go on my Transformer shelves.
Of course, but that makes sense for that purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a purpose for this one, is what I mean.
That's why
awesome. I don't need it. But it's bloody awesome looking.
It is. Look at that.
Like, look how cool that is.
With his cannon on top. And then look at again, she rides in the back.
That ain't fair.
Wicked. Yeah. It's not fair.
It ain't fair. Although I am curious why this one's Megatron and the other one, why couldn't it be Prime? Why they gotta be Bumblebee? Megatron don't face off Bumblebee.
Well, we've had the Transformer G.I. Joe crossover. So Drew, as you're saying that, I don't know if did you get some of those Comic-Con ones where they weren't transforming, but it was supposed to be Starscream and like that?
I did not. I'm just in for these new ones, these collab crossover ones that transform and whatnot. Those are the ones that get me excited.
Okay. So yeah, there was Comic-Con versions out there of Shockwave, Starscream, and like that they did the G.I. Joe Transformer collab, but they just weren't. They had the look, the paint jobs, and everything like that. Little great accessories, and it was the way to go ahead and get Baroness with the chained Ravage, which is awesome. One of my most favorite shirts that I have.
Cool. Yeah.
And it doesn't fit me no more. If I had any plan to get skinny, it would only just to be to fit that shirt again. I never got rid of that shirt. I'm like, someday I'm gonna get back in this Baroness Ravage shirt. I can't remember the artist who did it, but
Machu Toy is asking if I was the one who won that Luke Skywalker fig on Toying Around stream. Curious if I received it. Yes, I was, and yes, I did. It's a great figure. Big thanks to Jay Shot and Kev the Butter Baron himself for the giveaway.
So yeah, these are cool collabs, and I'm down with it. Although I have to pre-order this one. I did do the Bumblebee today. I looked everywhere and I thought that I already had this. You know how that goes though. I don't know if it was on Amazon or somewhere, because how did I not pre-order this? But I can't find any type of recollection that I pre-ordered it. So
and this is why you got to make a checklist, mate.
You're right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with something
handy. No, super handy.
Yeah, for sure. But I like that. Anything else?
As far as Transformers go, I think we covered quite a bit.
Yeah,
we did a lot. We're gonna have to go again and get into old stuff for more talk, and hopefully. And again, sorry guys, we Transformer hard, but there's a lot to it than just your Hasbro stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I still pick up stuff that I like from there too, from the Red series to, you know, because how could you not get this one? The reformatting Megatron.
What was that line? I forgot that line. Give me 1 second. It was the Hasbro. They did the movie, but I got that hot rod from it. What was that line called?
This one?
Yeah, what's that one called?
The Studio series?
That's the one. Love it. That's of recent years from Hasbro Studio series. Kill it.
Yeah. And
honestly,
I've been grabbing these too.
This hot rod, if they basically just upscaled this to MP, this would be a better MP scale hot rod than the Fans Toys one. Like,
really?
Fans Toys one?
I don't have that one.
100%. The Fans Toys one looks good, not great.
There you go. There you go.
You took it out the box though, right?
Not yet. No.
You got it though, right?
Okay. Yeah. Not since I moved.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
say, I'm like,
this is like my Transformer one, and
Okay.
Yeah. See, I have the KFC Opticlones, which again speaks to your point, Chamba, about different options, completely different engineering, different offerings entirely. Yeah.
And I couldn't find the KFC because it was going so hard, so I settled for these in a trade. I traded some Legend stuff and everything. Yeah, I know, and that's
for the
why.
People in the chat. KFC, not Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah,
Fantasy Club.
Just I always forget that.
Yeah. You guys like
ordering wings?
Kentucky Fried Chicken make Transformers? When?
Yeah. Keith's Fantasy Club.
Just a heads up.
MMC.
Yeah. Oh, MMC is great.
Yeah.
So this is one of my favorites, and I'm missing it. My Ravage. I don't know what happened to it in the move, but I do have two. But again,
Ocular Max, right?
Ocular Max. Yep.
Yeah.
That's like a 112 Ravage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That one will actually go well with your Baroness from Classifieds.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's how I had it set up, and I can't find them. And it's really pissing me off. Look at this. This is full cassette.
Yeah.
Scale.
Kids won't know what that is.
No. But watch this. Look at this. Oh my God.
Pop it in a tape deck.
And it plays the Transformers theme. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be
right?
I was playing some Stan Bush.
Yeah. To be fair, the part that actually, in a cassette, right? How the actual tape runs through that certain section. If they made it so that little part that actually, gets, that reads it has the song in it where it just reads it, that'd be sick.
The closest I have was that extra piece to my old Soundwave that I now need to adapt somehow into this new Soundwave, where it played the cartoon, it played the transformations, all at the press of his eject button. It would play it. Do you guys do that where you pick up the extra stuff as well to enhance your figure that these third parties make?
It kind of depends. Sometimes.
I didn't pick up all the cassettes for Soundwave.
Yeah, I did, and I got those all those plates for the Seekers. So Yeah.
The plates I had to get for a start screen because it just fills it up. But I wanted to get the cassettes, but I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna just. But that looks so good.
Yeah, see that I was gonna say that's what was kind of annoying is that they didn't include Laserbeak with the figure.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's done.
I know what they're doing too. It's just annoying.
No. That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna play your game.
So my old Soundwave before this one, it was a set, and then it turned his eyes red, and they would light up, and when you press the eject button, it plays the cartoon theme song. It does Japanese voices, it does American voices, and it does the transforming sound.
Cool.
So I had my old Ravage halfway coming out. Somebody be like, "Oh, that's cool," and then I'd press it, and then they would just lose it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I'm cool." And then that's it. My day was done. I'm like, "This is my Transformers collection. Check it out." It was great.
Like to look at. I think it's rad. Just Transformers in that size. Like they think, "Oh, I used to have this as a kid." I'm like, "No, you didn't. This didn't come out when you were a kid." You think you had this one when you were a kid, but that's the point of this. You think you had it. I'll show you the one you had as a kid, and trust me, you'll be like, "That's not it." I'm like, "No, that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one that you had as a kid." Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, I still don't have mine from when I was a kid. I still need Sunstreaker. And what else was I missing? That I never had. Oh, and I still need gray Shockwave. I had original Radio Shack Shockwave.
Wow.
Which at the time, yeah, I wish I would have had that because as a kid, I was made fun of for that.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, now that's a Grail to everybody. And I'm like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the Radio Shack one. What? I mean, when you walked in, they were on display for like $15, all stacked up on top of each other. And I can't remember what Radio Shack named him.
I don't remember either.
Okay, so those of you listening, Shockwave was an awesome space gun toy with sound effects and a light up feature. And then he was a badass character in the cartoons too, so he was popular.
He wasn't made by Takara, by the way. That was another company that made him originally. He was just acquired by because the Transformers, the property is American. They licensed a bunch of stuff from Japan and from whatever. That's why Skyfire, Jetfire was, from Macross. So
correct.
Yeah,
Shockwave
was exactly that too.
Shockwave was an outside toy company. So was Megatron. Megatron used to shoot bullets.
Yeah.
Little pellets.
Decepticons were made of different company than the Autobots themselves, which was Diaclone.
Diaclone was Autobots.
Microman, Diaclone, all that.
And then
it's an interesting thing. People
outside
should look into the history of Transformers. It's pretty wild.
So that's why when I say Radio Shack, this was purple in the toy. Was Shockwave was purple, not the one that got released, but Radio Shack had the laser. Was it Laser Man?
It might have been because that's the original one. That's the thing.
Correct, and that was the gray version.
He's all gray. Yep.
And then, like I said, Swap Meet, Radio Shack, whatever, and it was $15.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And that's what I had. And then you go to school and get made fun of. This is not Shockwave. Yes, it is.
Actually, this is.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And then now everybody hunts for it, and I have no idea. I remember at one time I found the old gray, the cover piece that goes over the front. And I was like,
actual cannon part, right? Yeah.
Correct. And I was like, oh, where is he?
Yeah.
And now I don't know. But I do need to get that in masterpiece form because somebody did that as well, too. They did the gray Shockwave.
That wouldn't shock me.
I think it was Fans Toys because they called him
Fans Toys did one have
Cloud.
Yeah, they did do a version of him.
Yeah,
it was Cloud something, right?
Which was also KO'd. That was one of the first KOs from Fans Toys. Fans Toys released it, and then another company KO'd the Fans Toys one.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right because it didn't come with everything, right?
No,
I think they took away the hoses.
Much cheaper. Yeah, it was much cheaper,
right?
Too. It was like, hey, wait a second, that engineering is taking it. It wasn't. It wasn't an exact copy, but they basically just stole its engineering, really.
Yeah, and then when you're missing the stuff, that's when you realize, it's like, no, that's not Fans Toys. Fans Toys Cloud had this, and this, like the attachments, the tubes that went into his arm, and those ones didn't.
Plenty of options for Transformers.
Yeah, guys, we can go on about Transformers all day and history. So we'll all have to get together again and come back with some news and share it amongst ourselves so we can have another Transformer show because I really enjoyed this. It was awesome. A lot of fun. We got to sit here and talk like that. And listeners, I'm sorry, go buy some Transformers because then you can come back.
Pick up the Legends scale. Like as far as bang for your buck, either that or honestly, go for the 301s. You're not going to be disappointed in those ones.
Correct.
At all. Like
if you have
like
questions, just message any of us. But
go hop on Discord. Hop
Felipe,
on Discord
that's
on the Toy Migos Discord, and there's like a Transformers section. Just ask away there, or at Ernie's.
I didn't know there was a Transformers section.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah, there is. Soundwave he's
Soundwave will always be my jam. That's one I want.
He's a lot of people's favorites. It's the voice.
He really
is. His loyalty. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of characteristics about that character that are awesome.
Soundwave and Shockwave was it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You love, it's the purpleness, man.
I loved it. But thank you guys for being here. We'll have to do this again, like I'm saying, of get into more stuff and bring everybody back. So, Drew, where can everybody find you at?
You can find me hanging out on Discord or on Instagram at the Toy Box of Doom.
Awesome. Yes, you guys, I have the link. It sends you to my channel, but then that's the Toy Migos Discord. So everything's down there at the bottom. And Chamba, where can we find you at?
You can find me at the Chamba on Instagram and Twitter, on my other podcast, Chipper Chap Chat, on Tuesdays on Chat Migos Assemble, and tomorrow on Toy Migos.
What's the newest episode you and your friend have coming out?
I think we'll record it. We haven't recorded it yet.
I
think we're most likely going to record it within the next couple days, but we'll talk about like what the latest Obi-Wan. We'll talk about Ms. Marvel because that just dropped.
I still haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
I had to make a choice.
Yeah, a couple of trailers and whatnot. So just a bunch of all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Should be good. Should be fun. Should be fun. I might talk about Jurassic World.
Oh, when do you go?
I already watched it like a couple hours ago.
Oh, for reals? Why was
Australia? Future, baby.
Yeah.
Is that this weekend for us, bro?
Yeah, you get it tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. I didn't know that.
Yeah, gotcha, Jesse.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. So, guys, yes, thank you for being here. Like I said, they've given where you can find them. Basically, check the Discord that's down here at the bottom, and you'll find them for sure there. Don't forget all the shows that everybody's a part of to go there and check them out. Following this, we got some Star Wars talk of the latest episode of Obi-Wan with myself and the Sarlacc Digest right after this. And then tomorrow, check out Toy Migos. Saturday, How We Do Disney. And then again, Wednesday here with another episode of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. Thank you for all the sponsors down below who help out with the channel. Please visit their pages and check them out. I greatly appreciate it. Again, everything is in the description below. For everybody that was here tonight, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. We will see you next week, or I'll see you in about 30 minutes or tomorrow. Thank you, guys. We'll see you later. Toy Migos here. Rip into it. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another edition of They're Not Dolls here on Toy Migos YouTube. I'm the one and only Fallen Fett. We got another delivery from HasbroPulse.com with a brand new Marvel Legends Hulk 20th anniversary. You know what that means. It's time to rip into it. Let's see if it really does rip into it. No, it doesn't. Rip into it. Rip into it.
It is my favorite.
Yeah. Hulk one out. We got extra head, some yellow dome thingy. We got the Hulk with definitely more than 78 points of articulation on it. We got an old school base to go with it. A Marvel Legends plaque. We got fists. Everything fist everywhere. And of course, your background. Don't forget, Toy Migos, They're Not Dolls, every Thursday night, 8:15 p.m.